Dear research scholars, this session gives a better idea about the important formulas and concepts which is going to useful for VTU ETR examination. Apart from VTU ETR, it can be used for other university also. Those who are mainly focusing on to clear the like a research-based entrance examination, you can use this session. So this session is dedicated to all the students and research scholars, those who belong to electronics and communication engineering. So I'll be listing out the important formulas that can be used for your calculation, that can be used for your theory-based questions, etc. So now let's get started. So in the domain of research and statistics section, so you may get the following points like what is the meaning of applied research? Identify the right answer corresponding to applied research. Remember, applied research is nothing but solves practical problems. You can get a question based on type 1 error, rejection true at S naught. Type 2 error, accept false at S naught. These two statements you have to remember. You may get in the form of true or false value questions, true or false. P value, probability, data, then S naught, true. Central limit theorem is important. Like you can focus on the central limit theorem. So sample mean, relation between sample mean and the normal. Standard error is nothing but sigma divided by square root of n. ANOVA ratio, F ratio. Difference between variance to divided by within the variance. Okay, like a ratio of between variance by within variance. What is regression value? It is a multi-collinearity. That is actually called a regression issue. What is factor analysis? It reduces the variable. Apart from that, I can show you few more equations. For the chi-square test, you have to use this formula. Okay, psi square is equal to OI minus EI the whole square divided by EI. So it's under summation. Used for goodness test of goodness of it and independence. Similarly, t test for two samples, this equation you have to remember. T is equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2. So confidence interval that is treated as 95%. You can remember this equation. Covariance equation. Okay, that is also most popular covariance of x and y. Regression line equation also you can remember. Covariance of xy divided by variance of x. That is called a regression line. So remember all these equations will be really helpful for you for solving the tricky questions. With respect to the probability segment, so you may expect like a binomial like a probability. Success in n trial. Poisson. Rare events or time or space. Normal like a bell shape. Mu means median. Mode. Similarly, skewness, that is nothing but symmetry. Correlation coefficient is nothing but relation between two variables. From the mathematics section, you have to study how to calculate the eigenvalue. Determinant of a minus lambda I is equal to 0. From that, you can solve the equation corresponding to number of mesh. Okay, if three meshes are there will be three equations. Similarly, Laplace transform is important. You remember the formula, some important equations. For example, L of e to the power minus at, that is equal to 1 by s plus a. Similarly, L of t to the power n factorial divided by s to the power n plus 1. Fourier transform, decompose into sine or cosine. Okay, so try to study the same thing in the mathematics. So when you focus on this, you can refer any one of the engineering textbooks. Integration trick, e to the power x, integral of e to the power x is nothing but e to the power x. So all the like equations, all those things are based on the standard equations. Also, you have to strong in integration and differentiation. So probability distribution also very important, like a binomial, Poisson, normal. Cayley-Hamilton theorem you have to study. Every square matrix satisfies characteristic equation. Some problems we can solve using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Jacobian matrix is nothing but dou xy divided by dou uv. So beta gamma relation also you have to study in the like last derivation of Laplace transform. So beta of m comma n is equal to lambda of m into gamma of n, not lambda, gamma of m into gamma of n divided by gamma of m plus n. So numerical integration, it is also known as trapezoidal rule. According to that, you can follow this equation. According to Simpson rule, the result will be you can check out. Regarding the network analysis, so study what is Thevenin's theorem. how to minimize the complex network into simple network. So you have to focus on what is VTH, what is RTH, what is RL. So ITH is equal to VTH divided by RL plus IL. Similarly, two-port network, that is ABCD, different parameter you have to study. However, this parameter is already given. Zn is equal to A ZL plus B divided by C ZL plus D. DFT energy is explained based on the Parseval's theorem. Set transform, there is a standard formula. Z of A to the power n into U of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus Z to the power minus 1. Linear time invariant stability. So summation of H of n less than infinity. Similarly, maximum power transfer theorem also you have to study. There are problems. You can expect the problems for your examination. RL is equal to RTH, first of all. Later, maximum power is equal to VTH square divided by 4 into RTH. There is a derivation also. Superposition principle, sum of individual responses matters. Convolution sum. So summation of minus infinity to infinity, x of k, h of n minus k. That's a standard formula which we already studied. Fourier property, time shift, then like a phase shift. Energy of a signal that can be calculated by integration of x of s the whole square df, or else integration of x of t the whole square dt. So remember this important formula because these are the most commonly asked numerical example. Now, like electronics and devices, diode peak inverse voltage that is equal to 2 Vm. SCR half bridge rectifier that is low switching, it performs the low switching time. IGBT is a moderate switching device. It will have E on and E off. We have solar cell. It works based on photovoltaic effect. Stability factor BJT delta IC by delta VBE. Okay, ratio of collector current divided by like voltage across base and emitter. So that you rectify later. Diode current equation I is equal to Is into e to the power V by Vt minus 1. That you please remember. BJT current gain like beta is equal to Ic by Ib. Transconductance 2 ID by VGS minus VA for MOSFET. Pitch of voltage is nothing but what is pitch of voltage and small signal gain amplifier. So we can generate the like those particular amplifier. However, you need to invest more time. So GM is equal to 2 ID by VGS minus VTH. So those formula you have to remember. Okay, kindly remember those important formula. So we can make it not an issue. So definitely we can make it and we can note down all the important formula and we can apply. Digital electronics you have to study about ones complement, two's complement, DRAM. Then you have to focus on the SRAM. So maximum full adder carry that is equal to, you can use the truth table and you can make it. Already you might have explained in your class. Similarly, ARM microcontroller. So big and little like NDN. Then 8086 like a segment. Like you have to focus on source related code, data related codes, data related code, stack related code, ES related code, etc. The propagation delay can be written as T PLH plus TPHL divided by 2. Lower plus higher divided by 2. Fan out is nothing but maximum load get driven by one output. So after delay, like a TRCA is equal to N into TFA. TFA already we defined so that you can clear everything. Okay. DRAM refreshing time is the product of number of rows number into like refresh cycle time. Microprocessor adding capacity that also you can add. Control system, like you focus on the first order system, second order system. So apart from that, you have to study about the important formula. First order system, what is the general formula? It should be like s to the power 1 plus 3 or 2, something like that. Like a peak time is equal to pi by omega d. Those identity I will share you once again. You can go through it. ANOVA is nothing but like solving some like this expression you can solve using like ANOVA. Board like a phase margin greater than 0, like positive value you should get for the phase margin. Similarly, scaling time is 2% criterion. TS equal to 4 by zeta omega and already got placed. Rise time is equal to pi minus theta by omega d. Damping ratio is nothing but e to the power. So damping ratio also we like discussed. Damping ratio from the overshoot MP is equal to e to the power minus pi theta divided by square root of 1 minus theta square. NIQ stability, it is based on the encirclement. Okay, that point also you remember. Power electronics, like you should focus on resonant converter, reducing the switching losses. That's what you are going for, resonant converter. Control rectifier overlapping is possible. Like the general equation is already given. AC regulator RL load, the firing angle lies between 0 to like 180 degree. So that point you please remember. So triac maintain the triac is having minimum firing angle. So average DC output for second phase full bridge rectifier, that is given by 2 Vm by pi into cos alpha. So chopper duty ratio V out equal to D into VAN. Inverter harmonics uh, N into K plus or minus 1. It is based on like a number of pulses. Communication angle pi minus tan inverse of L omega by R. That you please remember. Because all the equations are related only. EM and communication SPBW bandwidth at minus 0.3 dB or minus 77 like that bandwidth. Skin depth is inversely proportional to alpha. That point you have to remember. Maxwell equations, then float, like those equations should be familiar. Anyway, by hearting is difficult, I know. So those equations are familiar, should be familiar. Snell's law of reflection, N2 by N1. Then like wave energy, then antenna like directivity, D is equal to 4 pi by ohm into A. Sin theta 1, N1 into sin theta 1 equal to N2 into sin theta 2. So those points you have to remember. So these are the important equations. So which will be helpful for clearing the examination. Moreover, like focus on like equally give the importance for research and aptitude test. So digital electronics is a scoring package. So if possible, you can go ahead with the digital electronics first. Last segment you can go for power electronics and control, because questions there like asking you that is bit complicated. So two options like while making. So there is no negative marking. Try to attempt with zero time. And so there is no negative marking. So try to attempt all the questions. If you have any queries related to this pattern, do let us know. We'll try our best to convey. So kindly go ahead. If you are watching our channel first time, request you to subscribe. Kindly share the video with the people those who are really using it. Happy learning. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.